Hey guys, Dave here from Bam Bam Music. Today I'm going to talk to you about a couple of our very interesting distortion pedals and overdrive pedals that we have in stock. Just pick three of that seem to be the most popular ones, and also ones that I like myself and that are a bit interesting. First of which is the classic that everyone probably has owned at one point in their life or should own at one point in their life. It's a good starting point for any distortion. It's the BOSS DS1. Absolute classic. You will probably move on from this after a while, but it's a very, very affordable price. And it actually gives a pretty good sound if you're running it properly and you're running through a good amplifier and you're running through a good guitar with good strings and that sort of stuff. So the next one is something way left of center. It's actually a remodeling of the Ibanez Overdrive. You can see it's got the vintage logo on it. This is a classic pedal. They've decided to re-release it for a short period. Maybe, I don't know if they're going to keep it out for a bit longer, but essentially it says it's an overdrive, but it's more like the Big Muff pedal. It's pretty much what it's a clone of. It's got a couple of controls on there like sustain, tone and balance. The balance control, it's not really a balance control at all. It's more of a level control than a balance control, because it's not really balancing the clean/distortion channel. It's just giving you how much distortion you want on there. Then you got a sustain knob, which actually does what it says. It's a sustain knob, but it really adds a lot of feedback and some cool features. And then you got tone, which is a bit narrower than your normal sort of tone variations, but it can add some real harshness to it, as well as round it off and make it nice and smooth. So that's a really cool pedal, so we'll try that one out. Probably my pick of the bunch, but also I think the most expensive, is the MXR Super Badass Distortion. That is a really well-rounded distortion pedal. You've got output and distortion, obviously very important on a distortion pedal, but you've also got bass, middle and treble, so a 3-band EQ inside the pedal. So not only on your amplifier you probably have the same, this also helps you scope in your distortions EQ as well too. So if you wanted to cut through the mix a bit more for your solos, and this is for your solos, you could put a bit more mid presence on there. Or if you wanted to use it for some super chunky stuff, you could roll the mids down a little bit, turn the bass up, maybe add a little bit of clarity with the treble. So it really gives you much more versatile options than the other two guys. So yeah, and it's a good sounding distortion pedal as well too. The DS1 is a good pedal, but also remember it's at the starter range. You know, it's a very affordable pedal. They've been around for decades. Easily Boss's most famous pedal. I think it's probably their first pedal as well too. But very, very good for beginner distortions, as well as just that not as high-end distortion, but it's very, very affordable. The Ibanez Overdrive is, once again, it's more of that Big Muff sort of thing, so it's more pushing the boundaries of the fuzz sort of area. I definitely wouldn't call it an overdrive pedal, even though it's called the Overdrive. Overdrive's more of a lighter distortion, like a natural gain overdrive. This gets real funky and gets real distorted and gets really fuzzy. So that's more of a fuzz pedal, but this is a good all-around distortion pedal. You can get really light overdrive tones out of it by turning the distortion down, but also you crank the distortion up and get some really actually like heavy rock to heavy metal sort of type distortions out of this guy here. And it's super tiny as well too, and pedal board real estate is very important these days. So that will be my pick of the bunch, but I'll play a few of them for you so you can actually hear for yourselves what they sound like. And today I'm going through this Ibanez S-Series guitar. It's one of the Iron Label series guitars from Ibanez. Super great guitar. It's just nice and simple, a couple of humbuckers, volume control, pickup selector, and I believe that is switching the humbucker from a single coil to a humbucker. I believe it's got the floating bridge there as well too, locking nut up there, as well as locking machine heads as well, so you can lock everything down if that's what you want to do. And I'm also running it through, you can only see a bit in the picture here, but the Fender bass breaker. I'm running it in 30 watt mode, just because I like the scopeability of the 3-band EQ, and also I think that channel sounds a little bit nicer, and that's about it. It's just the EQ is very flat. It's pretty much slight, like a slight boost in the bass and treble, very slight, and then a really slight boost, cut in the mid range, and that is about it. So the guitar's tuned to standard tuning. That's all you really need to know. I'll show you some of the sounds now. Do it.